Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today I wanted to talk about my experience with owning the Galaxy Z Fold 5 and honestly kind of being in a tricky situation in the Verizon store trying to decide what Samsung device I was going to switch to. So we're going to get into it with this video. Just really quick, I am a little bit stuffy, so I do apologize, but let's get into the video. So, I love to give my honest thoughts. I hope that I am viewed across as kind of like an average, I don't want to say an average consumer, but someone who really appreciates looking into stuff, doing research, watching videos, lots of videos, probably way too many videos about these products, but it has helped me make my decision to get the Z Fold 5. Now, I'm going to preface this really quickly. My opinion is strictly my opinion, and it's based off what I think I want in a phone. So I'm just going to say that right off the bat. You guys are entitled to say whatever you want down in the comments below. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. So go back a few days ago, went to the Verizon store. Obviously, I've made videos about my experience with T-Mobile, but I was ready to switch over and obviously trade in a few devices to get a really good deal on the Z Fold 5. Now, before that, I didn't know what phone I was going to get, and going into the Verizon store, I thought I was going to get the S23 Ultra. Went to the store. Originally, I was told over the phone that there were no Z Fold 5s in stock, so obviously I was either looking to get the S23 Ultra. I was not looking at the iPhone 15 Pro Max, done with Apple, at least for a while, unless they do something really insane or crazy that I'll be like, okay, this is interesting, then I'll think about it. However, the other device that I did see, which I'm happy I didn't get, and I don't think I was going to get it, but that I did look into, was the Z Flip 5, which is obviously the flippable phone. Now, I think it's a very interesting concept. Holding it in hand at the Verizon store, I think it's okay. I don't think it's one of those phones that like is way more appealing than like an iPhone or an S23 Ultra or the Fold. I feel like it does have a cool feature, but it doesn't feel like, I don't know, I feel like if you're someone that really likes having something small in your pocket, like if size is a big thing to you, I feel like that's probably the phone to use. Now, if the phone had better cameras, if the phone maybe, I don't know, like I just think there's still things that need to be improved on that phone to have a larger audience or people wanting to really invest in it. So I get to the store, they actually did end up having one Z Fold 5, which they did show me in their inventory. That is the blue 256 gigabyte. So I've already experienced the S23 Ultra, which I thought was a powerhouse. What an incredible device. Massively large screen, incredible cameras, insane performance, stylus, like being the S Pen. Not like, you cannot go wrong with the S23 Ultra. Like that, if there was one phone that I'm like, I need the best phone possible currently right now, what phone would it be? In my opinion, I do think it is the S23 Ultra. I think that is like currently and still, even though it was released back in February of last year, I do think it is the best phone. But that's not what I decided to buy. And the reason why I'm going to explain, and then kind of my experience so far being obviously a user. So I was at the store, and obviously with the Z Fold 5, you have that front display, which I'm actually able to see myself while I'm recording. However, what's really nice about it is that I opened it up to fold it up, and I had only seen it in reviews. I thought it was like interesting, right? But when I held it in my hand, there was something about going from a screen that has a really good size to then opening up and then having like a tablet. I felt like that was just so innovative. It made me think of like the DS back in the day, but obviously like without a screen. But I just love that concept. I love like holding it in the hand. I think this is something that a lot of reviews don't really talk about, is when it is like not folded up, it really fits well in your hand. Like I would say I have a pretty decent size hand, but like even if you don't, it is perfect for just like using your thumb to message. If you want to use both hands, folding it open, super easy. And I want to get back to the keyboard eventually, because I made a comment which I learned was maybe wrong, so I'll get back to that soon. But really good size. A lot of people in the reviews said that the screen size was way too small and that the Pixel was better. I would never choose the Pixel Fold versus the Z Fold. The screen is absolutely fine. I think it's really good in terms of ratio. I think it works seamlessly. If you have an issue with typing on the front, I would just download the Google keyboard, the G, I think it's just called like the G board or something, I forget, which is what I did, and it's seamless. It makes the buttons bigger. It's just really easy typing. I love it. I love the front screen. It's actually one of my favorite features on the phone, which I didn't think I was going to really like based on the reviews. So I'm in the store. Obviously, the guy's like, he wants me to buy a phone. He's just kind of waiting, but he was like really nice. I did not know how good these cameras are. I really thought the cameras in the back were not going to be super great. These are like really good quality cameras. I'm currently recording on full HD, 60 frames per second. Obviously, this is not the best lighting, but like this is incredible. And the fact that I'm able to see myself while I'm using that type of resolution is awesome. I love that. Something that people also don't mention is the resolution on the front of the phone, not the inside of the tablet, which everyone has an issue with. And I don't know why you would. There's not really a big point of using that camera, but there's actually, I believe, if it does not have a 12 megapixel, I think it's higher than that. I may be mistaken, but like the quality is really good on the front camera. I don't know where people were like saying it was bad. So that's why, again, like I feel like you have to kind of go in store and like experience it for yourself. That's why I recommend, if you're ever going to buy a phone, like go into a store. You don't even have to tell them that you want to sign up. Just like go in, just look at the phones and leave. Like you just be like, oh, I'll be back later or something. Way better experience going in store versus going online. So why would I buy it? My experience with phones in general is I watch a lot of video content. I record a lot of video content. Playing video games every now and then. I use a lot of the Google Suite as well as Microsoft. I am a college student as well, so obviously having a way of not only using a desktop kind of tablet, but then being able to have it be so portable, I think is incredible. Not only to mention, this does have DeX support. If you don't know what that means, you can essentially just hook it up to a computer and use it as pretty much a computer itself, which is really, really cool. So that was kind of my selling point. I did a lot of just watching videos about the quality and the experience of what people say about this phone, and I feel like it has a worse reputation versus what it actually does. Excuse me. So this is on the 5th generation of the foldable for Samsung. I think it's only going to get better from here, but I got such an incredible deal that's why I decided to go with this. And I am loving it. I'm loving this device. I don't think I've ever bought a phone, besides maybe my first phone that I ever had back when I was like in 4th or 5th grade, which was like a prepaid phone. But I've never experienced a phone that has been this incredible and that I've been so happy to own and like enjoy using it. And not to like, I don't ever want to be one of those people that's like, look what I have, like look what phone I have, right? But like people that have already seen this phone that I've had have been so curious about it and like wanted to try it. And everyone, even Apple users and iPhone users who like use this are like, wait, this is insane. Like this is so cool. Now, I've spoken about my issues with Apple, but I really hope Apple, and I don't know if they'll ever do this, but I would really love if Apple was innovative and created some type of like flippable phone, foldable phone. I think that would just be incredible, and it would just bring more attention to just like what these phones are capable of doing. The displays on it are incredible. I mean, Samsung just like I think they did a really good job with this phone. I'm not gonna lie. Like this is really, really cool. Feels really sturdy in the hands. I am not worried whatsoever. I have a protection plan with the phone, but also like I'm just not worried. I'm not worried about this phone having any issues. Like it's already been incredible. The battery life, which is something that people had issues with apparently, is really good. Like I have not had any issues, and I know that's obviously I just bought the phone, but like even looking at other people who have had this phone for like a month, 2 months, like they all have said that the battery is like really good on this device. Obviously, it's a 4,400 milliamp battery, not as high as the S23 Ultra, but for what this is, it's incredible. And I do think that in the next model, hopefully there will be a bigger battery. But again, like the Snapdragon 2 Gen 2, like it's just, games work so well on this. I don't see any lag whatsoever. Obviously we have the One UI 6, or beta 6, so new updates, and I believe this phone in terms of software will last for the next like 4 or 5 years. So I mean, by that time I'll probably end up having a new phone. Who knows, maybe I'll keep it. But I'm already loving this experience. Like, this is literally a phone, a laptop, and a DS all in one. That and an S23 Ultra at the same time. Now, what would be my selling point to you? How could I convince you to get this phone? I would say if you're someone who watches a lot of videos and you are someone that is looking just for something different than what the market currently has, if you're very used to the typical iPhone, very used to the typical just Android, this would be the phone for you. But I don't think this is a phone that every consumer is going to be like, I would really want this phone. I think it's a certain type of market, but I think the innovativeness is so good. And I think when you get the phone, you'll be like amazed. I think you'll be really shocked and like really happy with your decision. I think before you buy it, you're going to be a little bit questionable and you may be like, is this really a good idea? But I'm telling you, like, I have never been so happy to own a phone, which is, sounds weird, but like that's really genuinely true. Like, this is a really incredible device, and I don't think you guys will be upset in any way with getting this phone. So if there is any deals, if you're able to do a trade-in, I highly recommend that you go for it. I was able to get well over $1,000 off this phone, so to me it just kind of made sense. Yeah, just loving it. So again, appreciate the guy at Verizon, very nice. But again, this is a really good phone, and like I will do more reviews about this phone going into like specific details, but this is more just kind of my experience so far. Like, it's just incredible. That's really the only word that I can say. Yeah, I'm just very happy with it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Really appreciate it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out. Bye.